Hey yarny friends, welcome to the Tunisian Simple Stitch Crochet tutorial. This is the sample that we are going to work on today to practice this stitch. Let's start with our materials. I have a 6mm size J Tunisian hook, both a FURL'S and a Susan Boy. I'm using a 3-weight cotton sugar wheel yarn bee in the color Overcast. Because that's my favorite color. Overcast. Well, it's my favorite weather color. Of course, you can use any, I'd say 3 or 4 weight with a J hook, but you can use what you're comfortable with. I would start out either with a thicker 3-weight or a 4-weight yarn if this is your first time Tunisian crocheting. You can use any Tunisian hook you like. I'm using a size J. I think that's a good one to start out with. I've got some links down below in the description if you're in the market for some Tunisian crochet hooks. Oh, let's take a look at this yarn. I just get distracted even when I'm doing voiceovers on my videos. It's really easy to get distracted by the yarn, isn't it? Let me tell you a little bit about this yarn in case I didn't tell you enough earlier. It is a very soft cotton. Oh, and there's the hook again. This is my FURL'S hook. I am just in love with it. It's a little bit longer than the aluminum hook that I have. Of course, I think there are shorter wooden hooks around. There are longer aluminum hooks around. It just kind of, it's like with any other hook. It's just what you prefer to use. I like this hook a lot. That's probably why I'm showing it to you for so long. Oh, wow. This is really on here a long time. Oh, it's because it's the video. Well, that makes sense. Okay, so here we go with the yarn. And you just start with making a basic chain. Now, I'm going to make a chain of 15 here. I figured 15 is a good enough feel to get, or a good enough length to get the feel of the stitches without being too long. It's a good sample size. And basic chain. Okay, here comes the fun part. All right. Now, this is where we start the first row. What you'll do is you'll go into the second chain from the hook, pull up. Now you'll have 2 loops on your hook. Then you go through the next chain, yarn over, pull up. Go through the next chain, yarn over, pull up. Go. Okay, so I'll show you again. Here we go. Go through the second chain from the end, pull over and through. You have 2 on the hook, pull over and through, 3 on the hook, pull over and through, 4 on the hook, pull over and through, 5 on the hook, pull, yarn over, through, yarn over, pull 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 through, oh, there we go, yarn over, pull through, and now go through the very last one, yarn over, pull through. Now what I want you to do is to count your stitches and make sure that you have 15 stitches or 15 loops there on your hook. And that's the first half of the first row. Now, when you go back through, this end is very important. You wrap it around, pull through only one. That makes the chain one at the end. Now for the rest of the row, you will yarn over, pull through two. 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 Now that is your very first Tunisian crochet row. Okay, now this is where basically you pretty much start every Tunisian stitch row that you're working like this. This, for the simple stitch, okay, this is where the stitches start to differ. So with the simple stitch, what you do is you take your hook, you pull it through that first leg of that first stitch, wrap around and pull through. Go through the second stitch, yarn over, pull through. Go through the front of that third stitch, yarn over, pull through. And the whole time you're collecting those loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through. Pull it through that front stitch, pull through. Pull it through that front stitch, pull through. Yarn over, 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 pull through. Now, what I like to do is to count my loops on my hook to make sure that I have 14 right here before you get to the very last stitch. This part can be a little tricky. What you want to do on your end stitch is go through those two. Go through those two right there at the very end, and then pull through. Now you'll have 15 loops on your hook. Okay, now you just pull through one, and that makes the chain stitch at the end. Next, wrap, pull through two, yarn over, 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 pull through two. Okay, now let's look at our first 2 rows. And that's what it will look like. You can start to feel the piece that you're making start to twist a little. That's kind of the nature of the Tunisian simple stitch. It kind of makes your fabric that you're working on curve in on itself a little bit. Don't worry about that. That's how it's supposed to be. Okay, just work this row like you worked the last 2 rows. Till you get to the end of the row. And then you'll go through those last 2 at the end. It's kind of like you're working through a chain there. And basically what you're doing every time you make that single crochet at the end is it's starting to look like a chain or the top of a row at the end of your all your rows. Okay, do the same thing, wrap around, pull through 2, 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 and wrap around, pull through 2. Now the end of row 3. And uh-oh, can you see I missed a stitch? Yep, I missed one of the legs going down. Yep, there it is, right there. So guess what's going to happen? You know, this is what I get for not counting when I got to the end of the row to make sure that I had all those little loops on there. So not a huge biggie because I caught it earlier rather than later. And here we go. Let's go back through that leg. Now, just redoing that row. And you know what I'm going to do when I get to the end of this row? I am going to count to make sure that I have 14 stitches on there so far. Yep, there we go. I've got 14 stitches on there. And to make the 15th stitch, I go through that chain at the end. And then chain 1. And wrap around, pull through 2, 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 2. That should be a song. I could be singing this. Okay, almost to the end of row 3. And let's see what it looks like. It will look so much better without that missed stitch, I guarantee you. Okay, and you can see a little better how it's kind of starting to curve. Okay, so this is what I did. I just went ahead and made the last 2 rows so that there's a total of 5 rows there now. And you can see how it curves a little bit. I got to the end of the 5 rows, and now what I'm going to show you how to do is to finish that top row. It makes it, see how it's kind of narrower down at the bottom and bigger at the top? This will make it all even. Okay, you go through that same leg again like you have through all the other rows, except you pull, when you wrap around, you pull through both loops on the hook. Then you go through the next leg, wrap around, pull through both. Pull through the leg and the loop on the hook. Okay, go through the leg, wrap around, pull through the leg and through the loop on the hook. Go through the leg, pull through both. Go through the leg, wrap around, pull through both. Go through the leg, wrap around, pull through both. Go through the leg, wrap around, pull through both. Go through the leg, wrap around, pull through both. Go through the leg, wrap around, pull through both. Go through the leg, wrap around, pull through both. Go through the leg, wrap around, pull through both. Go through the leg, wrap around, pull through both. Go through the leg, wrap around, pull through both. And the very last one, you'll go through those two, through the chain, and then you'll pull through all of those. And see, it's kind of a loose, looks like a loose top of, like the top of a row at the end. And that's what it's supposed to look like. If you look at the other end, like the beginning of the row, it'll look like the top of a row too. But that's what it looks like. That's what your little simple stitch Tunisian crochet swatch should look like. And this is what it looks like on the back. It kind of looks like knitting on the back. My stitches are a little wonky because they're not quite as even. When I was doing this tutorial, I was standing up. So I was kind of crocheting from a different angle. So it's kind of weird. But I think you can see how you do it. It makes such a nice even stitch. And it's I really like how it feels. It's not quite as thick and bulky as regular crochet. Now this is okay. I didn't use the aluminum hook on this, but it's a J hook. It'll work the same. The aluminum's a little shorter. The FURL'S hook is a little longer. But they'll both do the same job. It's really just what you prefer to use. So, you guys, how did I do on my first tutorial? I mean, my first tutorial other than my crazy cardigan tutorial. Yes, I will put a link for it below this tutorial. I'm so excited because I've been wanting to make this for you for so long. Just let me know if you guys understood everything, if there's anything that needs to be listed more clearly or talked about more clearly. I would be more than happy to do that for you. Thanks for watching my very first stitch tutorial. Hopefully you learned something new. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up on your way out, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Mwah!